Thanks for checking out my video on how I turn an old cabinet into a farmhouse piece. You can check out my blog at HomeKimprovements.com. I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest. Here's a picture of the old cabinet before. It's pretty small, and there is a little bit of water staining on the top. The knobs are made with white painted wood and screwed in from the front of the cabinet. First, I removed the hardware. This was a pretty quick process. Then I applied Zinsser primer. I usually use this before painting a piece because it helps prevent any bleed through from the oils of the wood. I applied the first coat of chalk paint. I used linen white from Rust-Oleum's chalk paint line. I did 2 coats total. If you want a super solid look, I'd suggest using 3 coats of paint, but 2 seem to do the trick for this project. Once the chalk paint was dry, I applied Rust-Oleum's matte protective coat. This keeps the paint in place and it prevents it from any stains. I used 2 coats of it for solid coverage, applying it with a cheesecloth. Here I am outside sanding the pine planks. I used 1x4s and cut them down to size to fit on the top. The last piece I had to rip in half so the overhang wasn't too much. I used my jigsaw. The sanding gave everything a nice smooth edge. Next, I stained the planks using Minwax's Jacobian stain. I applied the stain with an inexpensive foam brush. Then I wiped away with a rag. How beautiful the wood looks after staining. After the stain had a day to dry, I applied polyurethane. I used a foam brush again, making sure to apply a thin, smooth layer. I did 2 coats of polyurethane for good protection. I also used some painter pyramids to keep the wood off from the ground. For the hardware, I chose to use some old metal poles I had from another project. I spray painted them for a fresh metallic look. I used a box to keep them in place while I sprayed them. Next, I put the hardware on the cabinet. I had to drill holes all the way through so I could screw the knobs in from the back this time. And finally, I used a nail gun to nail the pine planks in place. Here's the finished piece. I definitely like the updated look. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of my DIY projects and adventures, please like and subscribe. Also, check out my blog at HomeKimprovements.com and follow me on Instagram and Pinterest. See you next time!